Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this Sanrenmu multifunctional folding knife that was kindly sent in to us by GearBest. Thank you very much, GearBest. Okay, so what do we have here today? It is the Sanrenmu 7116SUE-GP-T7. A knife named Sue then. Great. Right, let's start with the unboxing, shall we guys? It comes in a little, we'll chuck a box over there. Right, as you can see it comes in a little pouch, and we've got a set, some instructions here which appear mostly to be in Chinese. There is a little bit of English on the back there, but it's mostly in Chinese here, as you can see. Okay, let's chuck those over there as well, out of the way for a moment or two. Here it is then. As you can see, it comes in this quite nice MOLLE compatible pouch, a little snapper on there. It's Velcro fastening. Here's the multi-tool, the multifunctional folding knife, if you wish. There it is. And it also comes with this little tool set tucked away in a little pocket in the back of the pouch here. Right, so what do we have here then? Well, let's take a closer look at the knife itself. Right then, as you can see, this is a very nice, very stylish blade. Little notch just here. We've got a swedge running along the top. You've got a saber grind, I would have said, here. And there's the Sanrenmu logo. Moving along a bit, it's got what I like is a very nice triangular sharpness choil. That's a really clever touch. I like that, actually, to be honest with you. What we've got on the other side of the blade then, very carefully. Let's have a look. Right in. Model number. There's the back end of the there's a, you know, it's a single-sided thumb stud here. Beautiful finish on the blade as usual. You know, don't really expect much else from Sanrenmu really. Look at it, beautiful. Let's move along a bit. As you can see, it's a dual layer. So what else is in here then? Well, we've got some jimping running along the top. We've got a very, very strong pocket clip here. We have a stainless steel spacer this side, plastic spacer just here, and then let's fold the blade away. Right, and here we go. We have 3 tools at the back here. We have a tungsten glass breaker on the end here, and we have a further blade just here. Look guys, let's pop him out, and you can see it is a very nice saw blade with what I like to think of as correctly machined teeth. They should do some good sawing. We'll find that out later on. And that's been machined quite nicely too. We also have some very nice G10 scales in OD with these nice lines machined in it. And this is repeated on the other side. And you can see there's, as I say, there's that very strong and familiar Sanrenmu pocket clip. Then we have, as I say, 3 tools just here. The first being the Phillips screwdriver and belt cutter. The second is a small flat-bladed screwdriver and what is supposed to be a fingernail file, but it's as far as I can see, smooth on both sides. So I don't know what happened to the machining here. It's certainly got missed out on mine. Moving along to the other tool here, the usual Sanrenmu larger flat-bladed screwdriver and a bottle opener. Now, hopefully you guys can see in here, but all of the blades and tools all have brass washers. The little toolkit you get with it consists of a variety of screwdrivers, a little socket adapter for the screwdrivers, and a little adapter pin that you actually push into a special hole on the knife itself. and it is held in place with a couple of springs just in here. Here you can see one of the springs, and if you flip him over you should be able to see the second one right about there. Here you can see the little tungsten glass breaker, and here is a close-up of those little saw teeth. And the saw blade itself is a little liner lock. And the knife blade is held open and closed by these two little ball bearings here. They're on little spring levers. So if I open it all the way, hopefully, there we go, you can see them just about drop into place. I wonder if we can, there we go. That's how it works, guys. Blade centering on both the blades is very good indeed. Let's take a look at this quite good quality pouch that comes with it. Velcro closure, elasticated side panels. As I say, we have a MOLLE compatible loop here. Let's get inside it and have a look. There's the little pocket for the tools. That is also elasticated. A few dimensions for you, and I measured these by myself as per usual. Closed length is 96mm long. The blade length is 65.8mm and is 2.5mm thick. The saw blade is 65.7mm, it's a little bit shorter. The width at the teeth on the saw blade is 1.7mm, and on the spine you have 1mm. And the reason why we have that is to stop it getting stuck while you're sawing wood. Let's take a look at the weight, shall we? 98 grams or 3.5 ounces. A few size comparisons. Here is my Sanrenmu 7016SUE-GP-T7, almost the same size. Oh yes, it's a locker, that one. Then we have my Sanrenmu 7094, which is a comparable size. It has the same slip joint blade and the same tools on board, including a glass break at the back here. Here is my SRM 7095. Again, same slip joint style with the same tools on the back. And finally, my current daily EDC blade, the SRM 7116SUE-GP-T7, same slip joint again, and it only has the one tool on the back here, the flat bladed screwdriver and bottle opener. And I think the new knife here takes one or two styling cues from the Sanrenmu 7046LTX LKR-T3. Looks very similar, doesn't it? Got this little bit here. So it's the same on the 7116. This handle shape is very similar, I think. Okay then, so all of the tools, apart from the saw blade, as you see here, which is a liner lock for obvious reasons. I suppose if you're sawing through wood, you don't particularly want it collapsing. The main blade, although a bit stiff and it squeaks. Hopefully you can hear that. Oh, listen. It squeaks a little bit, so it probably needs a drop of oil. Are all slip joints. Doesn't lock. All the tools are the same, as you can see. We've got some very nice G10 scales. I got mine in OD because I like OD, as well as FDE as well. But it's quite nice, very nice feeling, quality knife. The stainless steel used is Sandvik 12C27, so pretty good stuff there then, guys. I'll say just a little bit stiff and squeaky on mine. What's it like to hold? Yeah, it's a bit of an odd shape. It's squarish, as you can see. It's all lots of straight lines on it. The saw blade has been designed in such a way that you've got this special little cutout here, so when it's closed your finger fits in there quite nicely. It's not that uncomfortable to hold actually, guys. You can the thumb will fit in here. If you wish to stop the blade doing this, you can use the little pin here, click it into place to stabilise it so that it won't collapse on your finger while you're using it. So if you've got to do some really hard work with it, you can be assured it will not collapse on your hand. And I say we can take it out and it just returns to a UK friendly carry slip joint. This is, I don't think you could class this as a locking mechanism, because you've got to make an actual attempt to get a little pin out of the toolbox here and push it into the hole. So it's not automatically locking. This is just purely to stabilise the blade while you're using it, as you can see. Now it's not going to fold up on your hands, which is a good thing really, because that is the trouble with slip joints. They're not as safe as a locking blade. A liner lock is a lot safer because the blade will not collapse unless of course you're really pushing it. And I suppose then it could collapse on you, but it's not going to collapse quite as easily as this will, especially if you're using a point like thusly and it collapsed, it would go and chop into your skin quite nicely, thank you very much. So just to stabilise it, you can use the little pin here. Alright then, so while we've got the tools out and the little pin out, we'll pop it into the hole like so, which will stop the blade from being deployed as well, by the way, guys. You can't get the blade open now. And then we can use this little adapter here. I don't suppose it matters which way around it goes, but you just pop that on there like so. And then you can get one of the small screwdriver bits here, pop into the hole, and you've got a little T-handle screwdriver. Obviously I should be trying these out along with the other tools in the workshop. Now this one of mine is a little stiff to deploy, doesn't flick out very easily. You can't at the moment deploy it with the thumb stud at all, not at all, no. It's very stiff. It probably needs a drop of oil and maybe some adjusting on the pivot here, but I'm quite happy with it as it is, to be honest with you. What's it like to hold? Quite comfortable. Nothing really digging into me hand at all. I can feel the pocket clip here, but it's not uncomfortable at the moment. Your thumb sits quite nicely either in the little cutout on the blade here, or you can put it onto the jimping, whichever you like. And I've got a good 3.5 to 4 fingers holding it. I don't suppose for a moment it's designed to be held in the reverse grip because it's a bit on the small side, but you can actually do it if you want to. Alright then, so how good is this blade, this Sandvik 12C27 blade then? I'd imagine it's quite good actually, so let's get Bob, bag of bits, the bits are bagging, and see what we can achieve, shall we guys? And we'll start with this little diagram here, see if we can knock a corner off of it. See how sharp the blade is. Razor sharp by the looks of it. That is very easy. Not a bother at all then. Over there. What about some cardboard? You can see I've been trying to put the cardboard before here with someone that didn't want to cut it particularly very well. Let's have a look. Yeah, now that is really effortless. I'm not having to try too hard at all with that. So over there it goes. Now let's get this 30 metres of cheapo rope out of the bag. I've managed to find some ends, and these are actually, some of these are actually offcuts. Get this very nice Sandvik blade in there, and well, that wasn't too difficult at all really, to be honest with you. That was quite good. So now we'll move on to the heavy duty package strapping, guys. Let's have a look, see what I can do with that. Yep, takes the corner off quite nicely. Let's get it folded over, hopefully. and see if she'll chop through it. Yeah, look at that, it was quite easy, very easy for it. Right, let's give the speaker style cable a go. Fold it over, blade in, chop, no bother at all then. Okay, so I've got some 32020 cable this time. See if we can chop into that. Yep, not a bother whatsoever. Good. Right in, Trader Joe. Let's give MOLLE the tapeworm a go. See what it can do with that stuff. Thank you very much for sending it in, Trader Joe. And yep, not too bad at all actually. Look what we can do with this offcut of heavy duty zip tie then. If I can hold it. Might not be able to keep hold of it actually, but we'll give it a go. Get the blade in there. As I say, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold it, to be honest with you. Blimey, yeah, look at that. Wow, that is sharp. Tell you what, let's get the old chopping block in. We'll start with the cheapo rope, because it's got quite a nice belly on this blade, as you can see. Let's have a look. Yep, I don't think it'd be a bother, to be honest with you. Piece of cake actually. What else we got? Oh yes, the speaker style cable then. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't even know it's there. Let's try the 32020 then. Yep, doesn't mind that either. What's the tip like? Can we draw it through this, through a bit of MOLLE the tapeworm? You can do. It's cut through it quite nicely, I think. Probably left the odd strand in there. Yes, it's left the odd strand in there, but it's done a pretty good job. And what about some pipe? This should be interesting then. There it goes. As per usual. All over the place. We like that. So, a nice sharp bit of a blade there then, guys. I like that. Alrighty then. So the blade is nice and sharp. So what about all the other tools on here? I think we better dash down to the workshop and find out. So come on guys, let's get down there. And here we are in the nice and chilly workshop, and I've got me little hat on that Mrs. Rathbone knitted me last year to keep my head warm, because it's bloody cold out here, guys. And we're out here to give the tools on this new multi-tool knife here, the multifunctional folding knife as SRM calls it, a good workout. And we're going to start with the saw blade then, and we're going to be chopping through this chunk of wood here, which is more or less, well, around about 1 3/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches roughly, more or less. It was a chunk of packing wood that came in with a bit of machinery from my previous job. It's pretty, well, it's not very nice stuff at all, so what we'll do is get the little saw blade onto it and see what we can do. Let's give it a go. Right, as the blade is almost as the same size as the wood, we're going to have to turn it round and try again just here till we get through it. But it's cutting through very nicely, guys. Have I lined the cuts up near enough, I guess? Same again, turn it round. Try and make the cuts meet up if we can, the best we can. Not very good at cutting wood, not like my father, who was brilliant. And I wish you were here to smell this, guys, because this smells really nice actually. Really nice bit of wood. I like the smell of that. Very nice indeed. Right, in. So we can't get it. What's going on here? It's resting on something. I know what it's resting on. Hit my elbow on it. Ah, blimey. Well, it's not doing bad. Turn it around again. Phew. Just have to keep spinning it round. I'll tell you, I'd have been through it a lot quicker with a proper saw. Oh, hang on, what's gone there? It's got stuck. Turn it round again. Nearly there, guys. It's not the easiest thing to do. Oh, still going. It's a hard old bit of wood. Can't break it yet. I think we're nearly there, guys. Oh. Whew. Well, that was hard work. It's quite hard, is this? You can see it's gone shiny in places. I think you can see it reflecting the light there in the odd place or two. Right then, so the saw blade's quite good then. Let's give the built-in screwdrivers a go then, and we'll begin with the large flat-bladed driver. Make a hole. We'll pop this slot head screw into the hole. And see if we can manage to get this flat-bladed screwdriver to collapse while we're using it, shall we, guys? Just support it a bit. It's still falling out. There it goes. It's going in there quite nicely, look. Oh, and there we go. You see what I mean? These things will collapse under pressure, so you've got to be very, very careful with them. But it's not doing a bad job of actually screwing this. Oh, there it goes again. Screwing it home. So right, we'll call that a day before I damage my knuckles too much. And next up is the little Phillips driver bit here. So once again, another hole is made. Chuck this screw in. Pop the driver in there. Obviously, being a Phillips, it's a lot, and it's collapsed already, guys. Being a Phillips, it's a lot easier and doesn't slip out. The only thing is, as I say, the tool will want to collapse on itself. So with this nice sharp pointy bit here, we're going to have to watch out for that. Otherwise we could end up being harpooned by it, I reckon. Oh, there we go. So these things will take a certain amount of pressure, but you've got to be very, very careful with them. They are a bit of a compromise after all. There we go. It would seem that Mule the tapeworm has followed us down here into the workshop. I didn't see that happening. So what we'll do is we'll make use of him, seeing as he's down here. And what we'll do is we'll trap a chunk of him in the vise, nice and tightly like so. And while we've got the, as you can see, the hook here, we'll give it a go. Nice and sharp then, guys. So can we use this part of the tool to get a screw out of this old RC racing car here? Let's get in there close and we'll have a look. In it goes. Yes, we can, look. It is actually unscrewing it. As you can see, the adapter and the bits are a lot smaller than your standard 1/4" drive bits, so you won't be driving these bits anytime soon with it. Right then, so it's not done too bad a job out here in the workshop with its little bits and pieces and its tools, so that's good. I think what we'd better do though is head off into the much warmer kitchen and see how Mrs. Rathbone gets on with the bottle opener on here. Let's do that.
Right, this week I've got the SRM 7116 from GearBest, and this little bit of the tool is the one that opens bottles. Right, let's give it a go then. Right, first of all, it won't catch the, I call it the little skirty bit, it won't catch the bit that's not sticking out. It's all very technical. It'll catch the bit that is sticking out, just.
The little frill.
Yeah, the little frill, that's it, yeah. It's kind of tearing it.
Tearing it?
Yeah, it's tearing the metal, look.
Hang on.
I'm going to go around this side. Oh, yeah.
Aha.
I don't know if it's the cap's thinner than usual, or it's just this tool, I don't know, but it came off quite easy, so.
So what do you think, not so good? Better? Good? Good enough?
Well, yeah, it's quite good. It comes off easy, but just, you'd have to be careful because it's torn the metal.
And here we are, back in the very much warmer studio. Oh, that's better. It's very cold out in the workshop out there. You know, concrete floor, straight through your slippers, so I've had to put some boots on to keep my feet warm out there. And of course my little hat. Alright guys, so there we go. What do you think of the Sanrenmu 7116SUE-GP-T7, a knife named Sue? It does what it says on the box basically. It's got a nice sharp blade. You've got quite a few tools to use on here. For some reason or another, the fingernail file hasn't been finished off on my particular knife. It doesn't do anything to your nails at all. It's just a nice shiny mirror finish in there really. I don't know what happened there. A little small screwdriver on here which we didn't try out, but it won't be much different from the larger screwdriver really. The Phillips did okay. The belt cut was nice and sharp. We saw that with the mule, the tapeworm there trapped in a vise. Basically, yes, it's quite a nice little tool, and it's a UK friendly carry too, with the slip joint style blade, which as I say on mine is a bit stiff. Probably needs some adjustment and maybe a drop of oil too. So if you're in the market for a knife based multi-tool you want to carry around with a handy little pouch and some other little tools for maybe doing like computer work, possibly you could do computer work with it, taking the sides off of computers or other small screws out. Okay guys, we better thank GearBest once again for sending it in for us to play with. Thank you very much GearBest, very big supporters of the channel. A good way to support my channel is if you use my special affiliate link in the descriptive text below, this one you can see here, and purchase whatever you like. I will get a commission, small commission from that sale, and it all goes ploughed straight back into my channel, and I buy other interesting kit for you guys to take a look at. GearBest do actually have quite a lot on offer. They very often have sales, flash sales, well priced items, knives, flashlights, you name it, it's all there. Go along and take a look. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's where I put up lots of photos of all the new stuff as it comes in, and other little photos and different bits and pieces I find when I'm out and about, like Santa slippers for instance. Nice, got to get some of those. There's also my Patreon page. You can support the channel if you wish that away. Yeah, well, glad you popped over today guys. I hope you didn't find it too cold out in the workshop this afternoon. I know I found it a little bit chilly, but I hope you guys managed to survive it. And I hope you'll pop round again for another, well, I don't know, multi-tool review possibly, or another knife review, whatever. Well, whatever it is, and whenever it is, I will see you then. Bye!
Rough.